Gone. It's a great stop down there by Chris Broad. We got 2 runs from what looked to be a certain 4. That was the last ball of the first day's play. What has turned out to be a 2-day match. Marshall picking up 2 runs. He's gone on to 9. And Duchamp has made 15, 125 for 6, and 50 overs have gone, with Broad saving 2 runs from that last ball.
Yes, excellent fielding by England. Just note the 3 run-outs there, all brilliant pieces of fielding. And the match incomplete, 5 more overs for the West Indies to face, and England their full quota of 55. Fine day for the England bowling. Conditions favouring seam. Superb performance by Philip de Freitas. Just look at that, 10 overs, 5 maidens, 1 for 12, and tremendous support from every bowler there.
Marshall at the crease, Gladstone Small, the bowler.
That's 4 runs. 6, in fact, found the shorter boundary. Not too many people have come down the wicket to Small, but Marshall decided that this was it.
Yes, he made a little bit of room for himself. Gladstone tried to follow him a little bit, but just had sufficient room there to get the bat through, and beautiful strike over mid-wicket square leg.
There is a very big hit. Second 6 of the morning.
Marshall's only a slight man, but you'll get them hit much harder than that. Dead straight and right over the sight screen, and that's a massive boundary at Lord's. Must have carried 100 yards.
Last scheduled ball of the innings. Oh, and bowled him. So, Marshall's innings comes to a close. So does the West Indies. 178 for 7.
So West Indies adding 53 runs to their overnight score. Marshall 41, Duchamp 30 not out, and 179 the target for England. Well, England made a slow start. We joined their reply in the 7th over. Only 8 runs have come so far, and Marshall is bowling to Broad.
Marshall thought so. So did Duchamp.
Well, did it pitch outside leg? Yes, I think it did, comfortably. And a very good decision by Dickie Bird, because it was knocking the stumps absolutely flat, but I would think it pitched a good 1.5 to 2 inches outside leg.
Good indication, that, of the difficult task the umpires have, because just looking with the naked eye from our angle, you'd say that had to be very close. In fact, instantly umpire Bird knew that it was a good 2-3 inches outside leg stump. It's taken Chris Broad a long time to get it away through the field there, and Marshall will be most unhappy about that. I still think he was enjoying himself into the 6th over with just 7 runs taken from him, and suddenly a boundary.
This is Ian Bishop. What a good start he made to his international career at Headingley, but there'll certainly be 3 in that. Brady chasing. And 3 to Gooch, so.
That's got through the helmet. And that is real trouble for Graham Gooch. Just keep your eye on the bail as well as he goes around. No ball called as well, so He's safe from dismissal, but not from injury. Very nasty blow.
Yeah, Graham Gooch didn't get in a really good position here. The ball was always coming straight at him rather than getting to the inside the line and catch him somewhere on the face. Certainly the bat there going to the ground and knocking the bail off, but as a no ball was called, he certainly won't be out.
It looks to me as though that blow to Graham Gooch's face has produced a considerable swelling in the jaw. He's decided to stay on, but whether he can stay on for any length of time is another matter. He's the news in the dressing room is that the inside of his mouth is bleeding. Certainly swelling. That's the run rate required. The actual scoring rate is quite low. 1.8 the scoring rate, and the required rate now 4.55.
Oh, and that's out. Well, almost inevitable with risks having to be taken and Gooch making room there.
Yes, Graham Gooch trying to make too much room there and getting too far away from the ball. But well bowled by Hooper, he's bowled pretty well. Followed the batsman here, didn't give him any room. You see the ball missing leg stump by a foot. But Gooch having to get so far back that he couldn't hardly reach at the finish, and pretty well taken there by Dujon. So that's the first wicket gone for England. Graham Gooch, Dujon ball Hooper for 28.
Yes, not too often you get a stumping past leg stump with the batsman playing inside it. Gooch well out as he's just given himself the room. There goes Dujon. There goes Gatting, and he's found the gap. Everyone else has been trying to get inside the line of Hooper and put him through extra cover. But Gatting played that's much straighter. We hear that Graham Gooch, for Essex supporters, should be all right to play tomorrow against Warwickshire. Slight swelling around the right cheek. Apart from that, now there's 4 more. So suddenly it looks a different game. And with 20 overs left, that's the comparative progress. But then West Indies had lost those extra wickets.
Yes, and looking at the task in a different light, 20 overs to score 84. Quite honestly, if England had 12 overs with 9 wickets standing to score 84, they'd still fancy their chances. So they really have got a few overs in hand at the moment.
And the Gatting were looking for 2 to bring the 100 up. And that 100 came off 229 balls, with the second 50 coming off only 60. So England picking up the tempo pretty well.
Richards is giving his young bowler Ian Bishop a chance from either end here at Lord's. This is the first time the West Indians have played on this ground, on this tour. Bishop is the new boy to the team. He came up from the nursery end, so he had the ball with the chance of going away from the right-hander down the slope. Now he's coming in, and he should be taking it away from the left-hander. natural slope of Lord's, as you look at your screen now, runs from left to right. Quite an appreciable slope too. And not always easy for even the most experienced of bowlers. Bishop has the chance here to continue the learning process. Great deal of promise about his bowling. And he shows a little more there. Lord's looking in rather perplexed fashion at the pitch, but it was a good delivery. I reckon at least it held its own rather than running down the slope.
Yes, he's impressed us all with his lovely fluent action, his high arm, his good direction, and he's maintained that direction. And Chris Broad trying to work the ball away, having been pinned down, just lost his off stump. He looks a real prospect. But that was a valuable innings for England. A long innings for one-day international cricket, only 2 fours, 34 runs, 114 balls, but very valuable because early wickets would have put England in difficulties. As it is, Monty Lynch comes out having had a couple of low scores, and it's nice for him to have a third opportunity. Let's hope for the best for him.
108 for 2 now, 37.5 gone, 55 the maximum, batting side. Lynch in now with Gatting. That very well.
Well, that'll give him lots of confidence.
Slightly comprehensive.
Well, we've said that Monty Lynch rather plants his feet and then just plays from there without any further movement. He's planted his first front foot, there's no further movement at all, and out goes the middle pole.
That was very well bowled by Bishop. He's knocked over Broad and Lynch now. No balls and wides have featured in this bowling performance from the West Indians. 16 no balls and 4 wides. He's in rather decent touch today, and came in when it wouldn't have done England's cause any harm to have a few strokes played, and that's just what he's done.
Yeah, just thinking the previous 2 one-day internationals, Alan Lamb didn't look in particularly good form, but he certainly played some glorious strokes today. None better than that. Dead straight back over the bowler's head.
Rather unusual to bring back Carl Hooper for 2 overs, and then bring back Malcolm Marshall at this stage. Wide call.
There's certainly no doubt about that. First ball, a loser from Malcolm Marshall. Probably a little bit stiff and not getting his body round. Certainly a wide.
That's a neat stroke by Alan Lamb. Beautifully placed, kept it down. Excellent timing. Cracked against that stump at the bowler's end with terrific force. .171 for 3. There's a fine shot. Would be nice to see more of Alan Lamb today. He's in terrific touch. Beautiful timing. Winston Benjamin is having problems with his shoulder, problems with his run-up. 3 more runs to win for England to give them a 3-0 victory in this Texaco one-day series. And he's done it again. Those are the winning runs. And extraordinarily, with England going along to 180 for 3, extras a top score in this innings with 42. Mike Gatting the next top score with 40. The England skipper unbeaten.
7-wicket victory then for England and a 3-0 series win. England's 9th success in the last 10 meetings with the former one-day kings. Man of the match was Phil de Freitas. Men of the series, Mike Gatting and Malcolm Marshall. Right, the Britannic Assurance County Championship scoreboard for today. Let's bring you up to date with the details there. Glamorgan